Hi, welcome to Sweet Home Design Channel. Today we're going to explore about Wabi Sabi concept of live and translate to interior design style. Have you ever found beauty in an old weathered door or a cracked ceramic bowl? What if we told you there's a term for this appreciation of imperfection? It's called Wabi Sabi. This Japanese concept is not easily defined, but it revolves around finding beauty in imperfection and appreciating the natural cycle of growth and decay. Wabi Sabi is a worldview centered on the acceptance of transience and imperfection. It's about simplicity, modesty, and appreciating the ingenuous integrity of natural objects. It's not about grandeur or opulence, but rather the quiet, understated, and the subtle. This philosophy flies in the face of conventional Western notions of beauty, which lean towards symmetry, permanence, and perfection. Wabi Sabi, on the other hand, embraces asymmetry, the rough, the incomplete. It finds grace in the unrefined and sees profound beauty in the everyday, ordinary, and unpolished. So how did this intriguing concept of Wabi Sabi come about? Let's delve into its history. The concept of Wabi Sabi has its roots in ancient Japan, intertwined with the cultural, spiritual, and aesthetic fabric of the nation. Let's journey back to the 15th century, to the heart of Zen Buddhism. Here, the seeds of Wabi Sabi were sown, not in grand temples or palaces, but in the humble setting of traditional tea ceremonies. These rituals, known as wabi-cha, were an exercise in mindfulness, a quiet celebration of simplicity and the fleeting nature of existence. It was in these moments of stillness that the essence of Wabi Sabi was born. Wabi Sabi wasn't always understood as we know it today. The term wabi initially signified loneliness or desolation, while sabi referred to the natural wear and tear that comes with age. Over time, these two words evolved, their meaning shifting to encompass a deeper, more nuanced appreciation of transience and imperfection. By the 16th century, these ideas had begun to permeate Japanese culture at large. The beauty of a chipped tea bowl, the elegance of a weathered wooden door, the charm of a garden overgrown with moss. These seemingly mundane sights became the embodiment of Wabi Sabi. It was a worldview that saw beauty not in the pristine or the perfect, but in the imperfect, the incomplete, and the impermanent. The evolution of Wabi Sabi was inextricably linked with Japan's appreciation of the natural world. The changing seasons, the bloom and wither of cherry blossoms, the gentle decay of autumn leaves, these were all reminders of the fleeting, ephemeral nature of life. Wabi Sabi became a lens through which to view this transience, a philosophy that encouraged acceptance of the natural cycle of growth, decay, and death. Fast forward to the present day, and Wabi Sabi still holds a profound influence over Japanese aesthetics and beyond. It's found in art, architecture, design, and even in the way people live their lives, a quiet reminder of the beauty that lies in imperfection and transience. The history of Wabi Sabi is a reflection of the Japanese way of life, a philosophy that has endured the test of time. Now that we've uncovered the origins of Wabi Sabi, what does it truly mean to appreciate the beauty in imperfection? At the heart of Wabi Sabi lies a profound appreciation for the natural world and its processes. It is an aesthetic philosophy that celebrates the organic, the asymmetric, and the simple. Let's delve deeper into its key aspects. Firstly, asymmetry. Unlike the Western aesthetic that often values symmetry and strict proportions, Wabi Sabi finds beauty in the uneven, in the irregular. It is a nod to the inherent imperfection of nature, where no two leaves are the same, no two snowflakes identical. Next, we have roughness. Wabi Sabi honors the raw and the unpolished. It is in the roughness that we find character, in the uneven texture of a hand-thrown pottery bowl or the grain of a weathered wooden table. It's about embracing the tactile, the touchable, over the flawlessly smooth. Simplicity, the third principle, is about paring down to the essentials. It is about appreciating the modest and the unpretentious, about finding joy in the everyday and the ordinary. In a world that often screams for more, Wabi Sabi whispers for less. Lastly, it's about the natural aging process. Rather than shunning the signs of age, Wabi Sabi embraces them. It finds beauty in the patina of a well-loved object, the faded pages of an old book, or the worn stone steps of an ancient temple. It's about acknowledging the passage of time, the inevitability of change. These principles can be applied in various aspects of life, including interior design. Imagine a space that is not about perfection, but about authenticity. A space that is not about the new and shiny, but about the weathered and worn. A space that tells a story, that carries a history. Wabi Sabi, therefore, is not just an aesthetic, but a way of life that celebrates the imperfect and the transient. It's about seeing the beauty in the fleeting, the ephemeral and the imperfect, and embracing it with open arms. With its emphasis on simplicity and natural beauty, Wabi Sabi has a unique place in the world of interior design. In this realm, it's not about the glitz and glam, the perfect lines, or matching sets. Rather, it's about the raw, the rustic, and the real. It's about embracing authenticity and finding beauty in the perfectly imperfect. To bring Wabi Sabi into your interiors, think about incorporating natural materials. This could be anything from a live-edge wood table, stone countertops, or a wool throw draped over a leather couch. These materials not only add texture and depth to a space, but they also bring in elements of the natural world, a key principle of Wabi Sabi. Next, let's talk about embracing imperfections. In the world of Wabi Sabi, a chipped vase isn't something to be thrown away. Instead, it's a piece of art with a story to tell. It's about acknowledging the passage of time and the marks it leaves behind. So don't be afraid to display that well-loved coffee table with the scratches, or that ceramic bowl with the crack down the middle. They're not flaws, but tales of a life well lived. Lastly, Wabi Sabi is about creating a space that feels lived in and authentic. This isn't a show home where everything is untouchable. It's a space where life happens. It's about creating an environment that feels warm and inviting, that calls you to sit down, relax, and just be. Incorporating Wabi Sabi principles into your design might seem daunting at first, especially in a world that often prioritizes perfection. But remember, it's not about creating a picture-perfect space. It's about creating a space that reflects the beauty of the natural world, the charm of imperfection, and the comfort of authenticity. Incorporating Wabi Sabi in your design is about creating a space that is not only beautiful, but also tells a story and evokes an emotion. This is the heart of Wabi Sabi, and it's what makes it such a unique and profound approach to interior design. So, how can we begin to embrace this philosophy of Wabi Sabi in our everyday lives? Well, it starts with a shift in perspective. Begin by appreciating the beauty in the everyday. Notice the subtle details that make each moment unique. The gentle curve of a ceramic mug, the slight fade of a cherished piece of clothing, the warm patina of a well-loved wooden table. Next, let go of the need for perfection. Understand that there's beauty in imperfection, in the organic and the natural. Embrace the chips and cracks, the wrinkles and fades. These are not flaws, but rather stories of life and use. Finally, focus on authenticity and simplicity. Choose items that are genuine and well-crafted, and remember that less is often more. A sparse, thoughtfully arranged space can be just as fulfilling as a room filled with objects. In a world that often demands perfection, Wabi Sabi offers a refreshing perspective, a celebration of the beauty in imperfection and the joy in the simple and the transient. Thanks for watching. For more interior design inspirations, please consider to subscribe.